Welcome to SSV tutorials. So today's topic is how to balance a chemical equation. It is very important in the chemistry aspect. So I want to explain how to balance a chemical equation easily. And before that, what is a chemical equation? A chemical equation is nothing but containing reactants and products. That is called a chemical equation. Reactants and products. What are reactants? So which compounds are participating in a chemical reaction? That compounds are called reactants. Which compounds are participating in the chemical reaction? That compounds are called reactants. And what are products? The newly substances which are forming by the chemical reaction are called products. The newly substances which are formed by the reactants, means which are formed by the chemical reaction, is called products. So reactants are participating in the reaction and they form products. That is called a chemical equation. For example, hydrogen is reacting with oxygen, forms water. This is a chemical equation. In this, hydrogen and oxygen are react with each other and forms water. So these two are reactants. These are participating in the reaction. So these are called reactants. Here the new product which is formed by the action of the hydrogen and oxygen is water. So this is product. So this is called a chemical equation. But how to balance a chemical equation? Means step 1 is, first you write the symbolic formula of the chemical equation. Means hydrogen formula is H2 reacting with plus oxygen O2 forms water H2O. First the step 1 is to write the formula of the equation. So like this way, H2 plus O2 gives H2O. Now check whether it is balanced or not. Just check. For example, in the reactant side, how we check? In the reactant side, how many atoms are participating in the reaction? In the product side also, same atoms are forming in the product. That means here the number of atoms in the reactant side is equal to the number of atoms in the product side. Then the equation is balanced. First check. Here, how many hydrogens in the reactant side? 2. How many oxygens? 2. In the product side, how many hydrogens? 2. And the oxygens? 1. Here, reactant side hydrogens and oxygen 2 and 2. And the product side 2 and 1, means the equation not balanced. So we want to balance that. Where is the problem? Here 2 oxygens, here only 1 oxygen. Next, step 2. Step 2, you have to add a number in which side having less atoms. For example, this side oxygen's 1, here oxygen 2. So you have to add a number. For example, here only 1 oxygen, then you add like here H2O2, but it is not correct. Why? Because H2O2 is completely a new compound, hydrogen peroxide. So you don't want to insert a number in the suffix place. Means here. While in the balanced equation, you must add a number, then definitely it is in the prefix position of the compound. Don't put individually. You have to add a number for the balancing purpose. Definitely you give the number in the before of the compound, like here 2H2O. Again check, is the equation is balanced or not. Here hydrogens 2, oxygens 2. Here hydrogens 2 into 2, 4, 2 into oxygens 2. So how many hydrogens here? 2, oxygens 2, hydrogens 4, oxygens 2. So from the first step to second step, oxygen's number is balanced. Here 2 and product side also 2. But where is the difference? Here hydrogens 2, but here hydrogens 4. Then what we have to do? Then again, which side having less hydrogens? Reactant side. So you add here a 2. Then 2 2s are 4 oxygens. 2 2s are 4 2 oxygens. So in the reactant side how many hydrogens? 4. Product side 4. Reactant side how many oxygens? 2. In the product side 2. Like this way we have to balance the equation. Hence the equation is balanced. Now take another example. Propane is reacting with oxygen, means burning in presence of oxygen. This is burning reaction. So propane is burning in presence of oxygen, gives what? Carbon dioxide and water. So how to balance this chemical equation? Propane plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide and water. Formula for propane is C3H8 and oxygen is O2 and carbon dioxide CO2 and water H2O. First, the step 1 you have to write in the equation form. You write. Then check how many atoms are here in the reactant side and the product side. What are the atoms? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. How many carbons here? 3. Hydrogens 8 and oxygens 2. Here carbons 1, hydrogens 2 and oxygens 2 plus 1 3. Here the equation is not balanced. So we have to balance the equation. So in the step 2 you have to balance the equation. How? Remember that when you balancing a chemical equation, first you have to balance which is having high marginal difference. That means in this which is having high difference, here carbons 3 in the products 1, hydrogens 8 in the products 2, oxygens 2 in the products 3. High difference in between the hydrogen atoms in the reactant side and product side. So first you have to balance the hydrogen number in the reactant side and product side. What you have to do? Here how many hydrogens? 8. So here are 8 hydrogens. You want to balance in the product side. What you have to do? Just put 4 in before the water molecule. Now check. How many carbons? 3. How many hydrogens? 8. How many oxygens? 2. Here carbons 1, oxygens 2 plus 4. So total oxygens are 6 and hydrogens 4 2s are 8. So by observing this, hydrogen atoms are balanced but not oxygen and carbon. Here the maximum difference in between, here oxygen 2 and here oxygen 6. So you want to balance these oxygens. How? Then again. So where is the problem? Here totally 6 oxygens, here only 2 oxygens. So you should put 3 here. Now check how many atoms here in the reactant side and how many atoms here in the product side. In the reactant side carbons are 3, hydrogens 8 and oxygens 3 2s are 6. In the product side carbons are 1, oxygens 2 plus 4 6 and hydrogens 4 2s are 8. By observing in the reactant side and product side, oxygen number is balanced and hydrogen also balanced. But where is the difference? The carbons are not balanced in the reactants and product side. Now it is a turn to balance the carbon atoms. Which side having less carbon atoms? Here this product side having less carbon atoms. So how many here? 3. But here 1. So where you have to place 3 here. Then count the reactant side atoms and product side atoms. The carbons 3 and here also 3. Hydrogens 8, here also 4 2s are 8. Oxygens 3 2s are 6 and here 3 2s are 6 plus 4. Totally oxygens are 10. Here carbons balanced and hydrogens balanced but not oxygens. So what you have to do? Now you have to balance the oxygen number. Which side having less oxygens? In the reactant side. How many oxygens it needed? 4 oxygens. Here 6 oxygens are there. But you want extra 4 oxygens. So what you have to do? Just in the place of 3 you add 5. So now 5 2s are 10 oxygens. Here 3 2s are 6 oxygens plus 4, 10 oxygens. Here carbons 3, carbons 3. Hydrogens 8, 4 2s are hydrogens 8. Oxygens 5 2s are 10, and here also 3 2s are 6 plus 4, 10. Hence, in the reactant side and product side, the total atoms are balanced. So by this way you balance a chemical equation in an easiest way. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you like the video, please subscribe our SSV tutorials channel. We will upload lot of information and lot of useful content for you, for the especially 10th class students. If you like the video, please share the video to the other persons also. And thank you for watching this video.